Stadium in Houston. Today we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from Houston. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw is Mills. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards that time for number 14. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. To throw, Mills. Johnson's got it complete. There's some space here. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Give to Pierce now on the option. And some room to work. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, just his first 3 carries. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. The Texans had 8 and 5 to start play, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And a 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Leo Chanel in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Mills to the sideline, and out now is Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores, but he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession. See if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. They may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now here's Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
he's going to get this inside the 30. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. Try to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. And he's taken down. A cheap sack. Jalen Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I'd have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Pierce, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, here's to bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Caught by Tremble. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And a quick throw here that's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tommy Tremble, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Mills now looks to throw on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Not the first down play they wanted by any stretch of the imagination. An absolutely huge loss on the sack. On second and a long way to go. Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should use a different tool in that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Stiff-armed him. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans. Right at the 50-yard line. They'll get things started with a carry by Pierce. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Mills from the gun on 3rd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Texans. Odell Beckham guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Texans 31, Chiefs 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up on a tough 3rd and 9. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? In a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Now Mahomes. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jerry Hughes, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks.
But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt,
and the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, He's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And some room to run now. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Pierce, 61 yards. And the Texans are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first.
Now, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Mahomes now on 1st down. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Hey, 43, 15.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see this.
Pierce has it knocked loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Well, he has has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Mills on first down. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 34.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And some room to maneuver. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Nice play by Jerry Hughes to drop him behind the line.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Partner, like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation. Instead, they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now it's Mahomes again. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's Mahomes to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout call here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One final try from Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot
there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they play to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points.